Aquarius, unicorn of the zodiac, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Aquarius, I'm going to be doing your reading from May 4th to the 10th. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear unicorn of the zodiac, dear Aquarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards for you and get some final advice. Aquarius, I want to take a moment and thank to each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for being such a great support to me in this journey of my Ironman and my triathlon. Many of you have been supporting me and I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And the GoFundMe is still open for 7 more days. We're literally almost reaching the goal, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to print out the name of the supporters and put it on my bike forever. So I want to say thank you very much for your continuous support, and I want to carry your name to the finish line with me. So that's that. I'm back on my training. I'm back on my heavy schedule of swimming, running, and biking, preparing for triathlons coming up and the Ironman. So really excited, and I'll keep you posted about everything, dear Aquarius. I'm sharing this because a lot of you told me that you like the updates, and many of you are also into the fitness world. So you know a lot more, probably a lot more than me. Anyways, so your challenge, dear Aquarius, is the Queen of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords, followed by the Seven of Wands and the Hermit, okay? So dear Aquarius, some of you are dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, could be a Virgo, Taurus. So the Queen of Wands here being your challenge is really about you stepping into your power, by the way. This has a lot to do with you getting back on track. Something here has been really indecisive for you. Someone here has been on and off and back and forth. You are about to make a very firm decision, and this is kind of a common theme for the air signs that I've been noticing. There is definitely a cycle here that's going to close off, some sort of a bad cycle that's finally going to close off, by the way. We're going to clarify this, and we're going to see what the Queen of Wands means and why this is your challenge in a moment. And by the way, a cat or a black cat could be very significant for many of you, and a sunflower too. So in the recent past, you have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So 888 could be very significant. Dear Aquarius, in the recent past, it looks like that there was an offer here that came towards your way. I think things moved pretty quickly with this person until to a certain point, excuse me. A lot of love, a lot of passion, but then also there is something here about someone not being decisive and not being very clear on the continuation of this relationship. We're going to talk about this and we're going to clarify it shortly. In the present moment, you have the High Priestess, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. So your intuition is on point. It's literally through the roof, okay? You are the Queen of Swords. There is something here about you feeling that you're about to have some kind of a brand new beginning. That's why you are really maybe looking after yourself. There is this very self-care energy. There is a very strong spiritual journey that you're about to embark onto. You might have been seeing a lot of like synchronicities, angel numbers, or certain signs in your dreams, and you're very connected to the divine. So definitely confirmation for you that some kind of a important new beginning is going to happen because you have the Fool, okay? We're going to clarify all of this and we're going to get more information shortly. In the near future, dear sister, brother sign, you have the World, the Five of Swords, and the Hierophant. It looks like in the near future, there is some kind of a conflict that's going to come to an end in regards to commitment, in regards to a marriage. This either could be a conflict coming to an end and you finally getting back with this person, or for some of it, this could be a conflict and misunderstanding, situation that hasn't worked out or is not working out within a relationship that you may choose to disconnect and walk away, okay? I'm seeing here 2 scenarios here because there is definitely a very difficult cycle that's finally going to close up. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords, and this is where you are really going to need this reading, especially, and trust your intuition most importantly, because with the Two of swords here, it's like you need to trust your intuition, which direction you're going to go to. Are you going to go towards this direction or that direction? A lot of you have been really committed to this relationship. You have been planting these wants. You've been planting, your heart. You've been really investing into this relationship. Here we have the Hermit, the Page of Pentacles. You've done a lot of investment into this relationship. Some of you also could have been dealing with the Leo. You have the Strength. And this is why you really, and someone here could be drinking, by the way. Capricorn here, there is a Devil here. There is the Eight of Cups. Someone here could be into drinking. So you have to make a very firm decision here when it comes to this person, because you're kind of battling between like choosing yourself, choosing what's best for you, and in regards to this relationship. So without any further ado, let's clarify everything for you. And as a courtesy notice, we always make sure to go ahead and to hit the like button, to show your support, to subscribe, and to leave the comments below. I really appreciate that, dear Aquarius. Let's get into your reading and see what's going on for you. So, Aquarius, let's talk about the Queen of Wands. Some of you also could be dealing with the Cancer. That's what I'm also really picking up on. Okay. The Queen of Wands, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on. I'm actually having a really chill day today. I swam like 3,000 yards yesterday, about 2 miles. And I'm making sure the readings are up, and I'm definitely gonna take a rest. I feel like doing a triathlon, I'm so sorry, I don't want to take too much of your time, but like doing a triathlon, it kind of takes on your body like after a few days. So I need to listen to my body and rest. Maybe this is a message for someone too. Anyways, the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Judgment here, dear Aquarius, the Nine of Swords, and then the Sun was also picking out, okay? So for many of you, I feel like you're really in the middle of making a very important decision. This situation has been stressing the F you out. This situation has been really burdensome. It's been tiring. You have been staying up late at night thinking about it. You are wanting to gain a very important clarity and clarification in regards to, is this the right direction for me to walk away from this situation? Is this the right person for me after all, overall, right? At all. And now you're really in this place of, dear Aquarius, with the Judgment, Scorpio energy. You're kind of really having this epiphany. Maybe there are some certain signs or messages that you're picking up on, and you're connecting the dots. You're an Aquarius. You're a very smart sign, super smart sign. You know the details. You know all the little things that actually play a big role in a certain situation, right? So there is something here that has come to your attention, and you're like, you know what? I just can't do this anymore. I don't want to be in this, state of mind with the Nine of Swords, constantly being overwhelmed, constantly overthinking, because it's really affecting me, right? Let's talk about the recent past with the Page of Cups. One thing I want to mention with the Page of Cups, you could have dealt with someone who was an artist, or maybe you were an artist, music, painting, drawing, or some sort. Another thing I'm getting here with this Page of Cups, a lot of you, things move very quickly with this person. You might have even felt like, see how that bird is about to snatch that fish out of the cup? It's like you felt like if you wanted to move forward with this person, because it's like they really captivated you. You were like, if not this person, then I don't know if I'm gonna meet anybody else like them, something like that. And then I just noticed there is the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So definitely a very strong soul connection with this person in the past. So Page of Cups is clarified, dear Aquarius, by the Nine of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. I think a lot of you were single. A lot of you were like just really chilling when you met this person. And then when they came towards your way, it looks like you and this person might have hooked up at first. Okay, one night stand turned into some kind of a relationship, or things were very sexual, things were very kind of like, in the bedroom and things like that, or just in general, very strong attraction, nothing wrong with that. But it kind of was there was a lot of like physical things going on over there, okay? Now, the Eight of Wands here in the recent past, I think things were moving very fast with this person. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Can't make this up. And then the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. So Aquarius, it looks like because things were moving very fast with this person in the recent past, there was not much clarity onto what direction this relationship was really going to go to. And many of you end up getting heartbroken. Many of you ended up being really disappointed. Maybe there was something here that this person didn't tell you. There might have been cheating, lying, dishonesty going on. This person was not keeping their word. A lot of confusion going on. And I'm just going to mention something. This is not a cross-watcher reading, so cross-watchers need to go and they need to watch their sign, okay? This is for Aquarius. I'm focused on the sign that I'm doing the reading. I don't take sides on any reading. I'm talking to Aquarius right now. So many of you were really disappointed, and also to the point of like being very confused. How come everything started off very passionately? Everything was moving very fast with this person, but then all of a sudden it came to an end. It was very difficult for you to really comprehend that. So let's talk about the Eight of Wands for you in the recent past. Someone here also had like this very limited thinking, limited beliefs with the Eight of Swords. Something here was really holding a person back, clarified by the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So in the recent past, for many of you, you could have dealt with the person that maybe was also older than you, age differences. Regardless, I do see here that there was a lot of offer. You tried many times to offer this person love. You also sent them gifts. There is something about gifts. Okay, gifting. Aquarians are really great gifters too, by the way. And it's like, and I want to share something. It just came to my mind. I meant to share this with you. You know my best friend of like 10 years who's an Aquarius, right? This is no subliminal message or nothing, Aquarius. So you just know. And I'm a Leo. Like when I posted my GoFundMe on my Instagram, okay, and I'm not saying this because I'm promoting anything. I'm literally just sharing experience. How fake people can be, but not my Aquarius friend. I shared it on my Instagram, and people supported me. People really helped me, and strangers mostly. My Aquarius best friend was the first person to send me the support. And when I saw his name, I literally got really emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the friends they saw, and then my Sagittarius friend also sent, but I'm not asking for anything. I'm just saying like, it was a moment where it's like, you know, they know that you're putting the hard work and they want to support you and have a part in your journey. That really meant a lot for me, you know? So I would say don't just call everyone your friend, because like that kind of friend is very rare. So you might have tried to send a lot of gifts to this person. You know, there is something about here even giving you money to this person, okay? So what ended up happening was you just knew, Aquarius. Some of you knew that this person was not able to commit to you. They were not decided, okay? And someone here could have been in their life that you didn't know. Now, the High Priestess here, a hawk can be very significant as a bird. This is a different tarot deck, very beautiful. Your intuition is telling you it's time to have a brand new beginning. Clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the World here, and the King of Swords. This is you. Okay, Aquarius, this is you. King of Swords, Aquarius card. That's a card of an Aquarius. You're about to have a brand new beginning. This has a lot to do with travel. You could be relocating, the World and the Page of Pentacles. You're closing off a cycle, you're in the middle of closing off a cycle, and you're definitely embarking onto a new journey. This new journey, Aquarius, is going to be very rewarding for you. I really have that feeling. I know this is a weekly reading, but that's what I'm strongly getting here. Okay, you're becoming very decisive here. Your intuition is on point. You're really saying what you are doing. You mean what you say what you mean. The Fool is clarified by the Chariot here, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. Exactly. You are going to have a brand new beginning. Okay, this is the Fool, Aquarius. You're about to have a brand new beginning where you're letting go of people, things, places that have been burdening you, that have been really affecting you, that have been really, really holding you down. The Chariot here, this is a Chariot, is an indication of you packing up your bags and moving towards a new direction. Really making firm decisions about what you want to do and where you want to go. This has a lot to do with your happiness. This has a lot to do with your determination, with your vision here. You could also buy a new vehicle. I really see a big move happening for you. You've been thinking about this move for a long time. This could mean maybe also making some really important changes around your hair, your wardrobe. Like it's basically a do-over, okay, restarting everything. So it's Queen of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Here is the thing, you do love this person, okay, but I do feel like here that you no longer want to put your energy into a situation where there is constant conflict, where there is a third-party situation. I'm gonna keep this very real. I'm gonna keep this very honest. This is not a fairy tale channel. I keep it very real here, okay? And I have this Invisaligns on, and I'm still able to talk. So I'm saying, so you're definitely in this energy of wanting to disconnect from situations or things and places that are threatening your peace. Okay? that are threatening your peace, Aquarius. So you're kind of like saying, you know what, I don't want to be in a dynamic where it's push and pull. Okay, one moment we're hot, the next moment we're fighting. One moment we're good, the next moment we're not understanding each other. Okay, hence the reason why here there is a cycle that's going to close out for you with the world. So let's clarify the world here for you. So the world, Aquarius, is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the King of Wands, and then the Tower here. You might also have two individuals in your energy. I'm just going to let you know. You could be dealing with the Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So for many of you, there is a lot of anxiety and worry, okay, about the fact that here, what if I disconnect from this person? What if I never hear from them? What's going to end up happening with the Tower, with the Devil here, and the Fool? Aquarius, you cannot make this up. I'm getting chills right now. Even if you know tarot, a lot of you who know tarot, this brand new beginning here that you have been contemplating and planning to have has a lot to do with letting this toxicity fall away from your life, okay? The Tower here, dear Aquarius, with the Devil, this is an absolute interpretation and representation of dismantling things from your life. Toxicity, toxic people, third-party situations, non-committal people that are constantly taking away from you. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, this Devil in the Tower, whatever is not healthy for you and whatever is not meant for you, and whoever is not meant for you will go away. The universe will take care of it. Okay, because this is what has been hindering you having a brand new beginning. And that brand new beginning here has a lot to do with you moving towards a new direction here. Okay, and you know this person, okay, the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon, this person has anxiety about commitment. They have a lot of anxiety about commitment. They have a lot of anxiety about coming towards your way here. They really don't have some sort of a specific plan on what they really want out of a relationship, okay? So the Five of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Three of Wands, and the Star. This is the card of an Aquarius in tarot, okay, the Star, the healer. And you're walking away from a conflict here. The Five of Swords is showing that there's a lot that's happening, right? Argument, conflict, constantly fighting. You're choosing to walk away and to disconnect with the Eight of Cups here because it's just no longer fulfilling for you. You're just tired of waiting. You're tired of waiting for this person to change, to come towards you and to commit to you, because obviously there is a lot of commitment issues here with the Hierophant. Someone here doesn't want to commit to you. And that's a problem. That's a big problem for you. They might want to be with you, but the label and the actual definition of the relationship is undecided. Who's going to decide this except you and them, right? And they're not wanting to do that. So the Hierophant in the future is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Star, and the Six of Cups. So it looks like in the near future, you and this person might have some kind of a separation. You're going to separate from this person. This could be until further notice, because I do see here this person trying to come back into your life in the near future with the Six of Cups. They may try to resurface. I'm just going to let you know, Aquarius, as a heads up, they are going to try to return back into your life. There is a tendency of this person to come towards your way, and you got to be aware, okay? You got to be aware of that, but you're going to choose to disconnect because you and this person, Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, maybe another Aquarius, you both have a lot of things that you both need to work on. And I'm gonna keep this very honest. I'm gonna be very raw and very real with you. Okay? Financial matters here could be a thing here too, because here is the thing. You have the Two of Swords. It's like you gotta go either this way or you gotta go that way. You know what I'm saying? So you're preparing to take some sort of action, and you've been wanting to gain clarity on what is it that you need to do when it comes to this person, right? So let's get the advice for you, dear Aquarius. Very interesting reading here. So Aquarius, you have the Ace of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Excuse me. So your advice here, Aquarius, is the Tower, okay, the Seven of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Your biggest piece of advice here, Aquarius, is following. If you keep putting yourself in a situation where someone here is not being honest with you, Seven of Swords, lies, dishonesty, deception, cheating, doing things behind your back. Honey, dude, if you choose to put yourself in that situation, you could come across to a Tower moment. Towers are not necessarily bad thing. They are a shocking truth. They are a transformation. That's great. But for how many towers are you going to afford? How many tower moments can you afford? I'm talking about Eiffel. I'm talking about this tower that represents change, represents sudden ending, represents sometimes us knowingly that we shouldn't cross that boundary, we shouldn't enter into the territory, but we keep doing that and we keep playing with fire. And then when something goes down, we're like, oh, what happened? Because there is an opportunity here that's going to be coming towards your way, okay? The Ace of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So this has a lot to do with you avoiding some sort of a heartbreak, avoiding it because you just know it better. Maybe some time away from each other will really help you both to understand a lot of things about this connection. What they're going to do on their end, that's on them. But what you are going to do on your end, that is completely on you. Okay, that's why your challenge is the Queen of Wands. You're the king and you're the queen. You got to choose yourself. Okay, the king and the queen don't go and deal with them little peasants or someone who might be a king but is acting like a peasant. So I'm saying, okay, this is going to be super important for you because I feel like that you've been wanting to have this brand new beginning and you've been dragged back, you've been dragged down into this entire chaos here, okay? So this is what I have for you, dear Aquarius. Thank you very much for being here. I love you so much. I hope this reading helped and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.